everybody, welcome back to Tea and Tarot. In today's reading we will be going over where you are next traveling to or what your next journey may be. So this could be a physical or spiritual journey. And if you don't know how pick a pile readings work, I will explain that to you now. So you choose a pile based on which one you feel most intuitively drawn to, or based on the crystals or objects that are on top of the pile, or based on the number of the pile. So for today, this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. And we have sea glass on top to represent travel. So for pile 1, we have a few pieces of white sea glass or transparent sea glass. For pile 2, we have 3 pieces of green sea glass. For pile 3, I chose 2 pieces of orange sea glass and 1 piece of blue sea glass. And for pile 4, we have red sea glass. Once you have picked your pile, please go down into the description box below where there will be a timestamp to your reading. If you feel drawn to more than one reading, that's absolutely okay. If anything, it helps to personalize today's reading towards yourself. So feel free to watch every pile you feel drawn to, and I will see you there. Okay, hello pile 1, welcome to your reading all about your next journey. So let's get into your cards today. So firstly, you have Begin Forever. This was in reverse. I'm going to move that over here. You also have the Orchid. And you also have the Snail and Huckleberry, Trust in the Invisible, in reverse. Okay, so something all 3 of these cards have in common is kind of a slow, lethargic energy. So not a lot of movement, not a lot of speed. It's very peaceful, kind of calm, tranquil, internal, a lot of introspection. So I feel like this journey you are going on next is much more spiritual, but also emotional, like very internal. I think you focus a lot on the outcome and you want to know what the future holds and where you're going to end up. But these cards are basically letting you know that, especially with the Orchid, the outcome is guaranteed to be incredibly fulfilling, peaceful, wholesome, successful, calm. There's lots of rewards waiting for you, but you have to kind of go on this internal journey of reflection, looking at the past and seeing how can you grow and gain opportunities and fruitfulness from the past experiences and past learnings and teachings, but also how can you grow and learn from the environment around you right now in the present. And that will help to kind of nurture this really peaceful, fruitful kind of future where you're able to help yourself and others. I think if you worry a lot about where you're going to end up and how kind of successful you're going to be, this card lets you know that not only will you end up in a great, peaceful, calm, amazing, successful place, but you'll also have enough room to invite other people too. So you will be also able to help the others in your life that you want to help with this kind of future that you hold. This card is kind of reminding you that it's never too late to kind of start and initiate things. You know, people think at nightfall, great, that's it, that means the day's over. But no, this is just the beginning of the nighttime. So like, this is the start of the evening. So there's lots of opportunity to be had, you know. So it's about seizing opportunity where opportunity lies and not thinking, oh, this isn't the right time for it, or, you know, I can't do that right now. Like, this is basically letting you know to not let those kind of fears and thoughts stand in your way and to go after what you want when it feels right, when you want to, when the opportunity strikes or the inspiration strikes. And I think you might be feeling like at the minute, maybe like a little bit aimless, and maybe like you want a purpose, you want a place to travel to, you want somewhere to go, you want this kind of new experience. And I think maybe potentially for some of you this won't resonate for everyone, but for some of you, you might be feeling undervalued or like not appreciated. And this is kind of letting you know that you are incredibly valuable. Everything you have on your back, like the snail. You have all of your resources, all of your talents, everything that is amazing about you is within you, it's on you. Like, you can't be separated from it. You're an incredibly valuable person. Sorry, I'm just gonna shift position. And if people can't see that, then that's on them, but they definitely will in the future, because that's just what your future holds. You're bound to sort of have justice, basically, and have the life that you want. You're going on a slow, winding journey, like a really slow, peaceful, calm journey. I think the journey that you're going on, because it is very spiritual, you're going to be doing a lot of reading, maybe learning new things. So maybe learning like a new language, like very languid, take your time, fruitful endeavors that might take a long time, but in the end are really valuable. You might also really benefit from doing a lot of yoga right now, or tantric exercises, or I would say even like Pilates, something like that. Like getting physical, but moving slow, like a snail. So, like in yoga, finding a position and kind of not holding it, but moving through it really mindfully into the next position. And that will kind of have a ripple effect in your life where you move mindfully and transition mindfully into the next phase of each chapter of your life. So that's what I kind of see as your next journey for you. If you have like a question in your mind, like for example, a more literal question, like will I be moving to here, or will I be traveling here next? I'm gonna give you an opportunity to ask that now, but it has to be a question that kind of requires a yes or no answer, and then I'm going to pull a card for you. So ask your question about your journey, if you have one, and I will answer that for you now. Okay, you received the card absolutely. If you have a second question, you can ask that now. Without questioning. Okay. And I do also have another question, which is what you will gain from going on this kind of internal journey. So what will High One gain from embarking on this journey? Will High One gain from embarking on this journey? You received the card Growth, Heightening and Improvement. So in kind of dedicating yourself to this journey, you will grow as a person and grow from the place that you're currently in to this really peaceful, calm, happy, content person. Okay, so that was your reading, pile 1. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, because that really helps my channel. Thank you. If you were drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. And if not, I hope to see you here next week at Tea and Tarot for another reading. Bye. Okay, hello pile 2, welcome to your reading all about your next journey. Let's get into your cards. So you have Merriment in reverse. You have the Page of Winter. You also have the Ten of Winter. I'm actually going to put that over there. And you also have the Elk and Ash with Strength in reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting from your cards is that this is not a journey, your next one, for the faint of hearted. For the faint of heart. Your strength will be tested. I think there is a journey ahead, like a physical journey. But it is the catalyst for that journey is a disruption to your home life. So it may not necessarily be like a journey you anticipated or even wanted, but it's super necessary because it has like a positive reason behind it, essentially. Like, this journey is necessary even if unexpected and unwanted. So you do kind of have to be super strong here. You'll be covering like a great distance, so wherever you are moving to following this kind of shift in your personal life is really far from where you are or maybe at the minute. So it might be like, for example, like if you're in the UK, it might be like Australia. Like you would go very far away from where you are right now. And you may not feel incredibly merry, like you may not feel super positive about it at the minute. But this card, the Merriment card, is kind of telling you that in the face of your demons, in the face of the people who want to see you fail and don't wish the best for you, smile. Like, smile and enjoy your life and be happy, because that way they don't win, but you do. So even if, life is challenging you, essentially, this is what this means. If life is testing you, be ready for it. Be prepared for that test. Like, the journey and the disruption to your home life. Sorry, over here. The journey and disruption to your home life may not, be the best thing, but with the Page of Winter, it's kind of saying, while you may feel that way initially, once you move, once you're there, once you're in this new place, you almost get this like breath of fresh air where you're like, this is a new opportunity. This is like a chance for me to learn new things, invest in hobbies that I didn't have before, really seize this time of kind of maybe living alone for the first time or in a long time. And or maybe, you might be like flat sharing, which you're not used to, or you might be in a situation where it's just an unfamiliar environment. You're basically realizing this is a great chance to almost rebuild yourself and reimagine a new life for yourself. Investing in hobbies, trying new things, maybe things like podcasts, if that's something you're interested in, or anything like new and exciting that you've not tried before and maybe you felt held back by in your kind of previous experience of life. You're kind of being given the green light to go ahead and try those things because they will be materially fruitful, sorry. And this is actually like an incredibly positive move, even if in the moment when it happens and you get the news, you're like, oh god, like this is not great. Once the move has occurred and once you're there and you're like living your best life, things will pick up and you're kind of shaking up that stable energy. Like, you were kind of trapped before in your last environment and now you're going to be moving and changing and kind of growing. Okay, so if you had a question about this move, a yes or no question, then go ahead and ask that now, because I will pull 2 cards for you to answer 2 questions. So if you have a question about maybe like, am I moving soon, or like, is this, move to do with it? It has to be a yes or no question. And ask your first question now. Please answer. Okay, so for the first question, you got no and never. This is a very like cold energy. I feel like you're traveling this journey alone. For your second question, you have wait, let me think. Okay, let me pull the second one. And it's a no. So, okay. And then I did want to ask what positive outcome is going to come of this situation. So you are gaining a new start, rebirth. You're getting to realize your dreams and be a lot more creative. With this move, with this change of scenery, change of environment, with this journey, you're getting a brand new start, and that's a really positive impact on your life. So, power to you. Thank you for joining me today. That was your reading all about your next journey. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, then I hope to see you here next week for another reading. Thank you. Goodbye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading all about your next journey. So let's get into it. So you have Sanctuary with Queen Anne's Lace. You also have Forget Me Not. And you also have the Owl and Hop with Wisdom. That's so interesting. I feel like you are going somewhere, but it's a chosen travel, like it's a chosen journey. You've planned this, you know where you're going. This is for your next journey. When this journey occurs, you will have planned it. You know where you're going. This is an active choice, you're happy about it, but you do, you will miss people, and you do hope that you stay in touch, and you'll try and stay in touch. You might give them like you might have a party, like a send off, and maybe try and give them like little things to remember you by, like, here's my sweater, I hope you remember me and wear this forever, like. And then you are basically moving somewhere. This is a really smart choice, and it's gonna help you grow a lot intellectually. Like, you are making the right decision for you in whatever move this is or journey this is that you're having next. And it's helping you to find sanctuary. Like, you feel very at peace and at home, and like this was the right thing to do. This is a very like positive move, one that you are looking forward to. I feel like for some of you, this may be like, sorry, that was the tarot card box dropping. For some of you, this really may be a physical move. But for a lot of you, I think most of you, this is definitely a spiritual journey. I think you've just kind of come to the end of one. You've just completed one. You've completed some sort of like spiritual or emotional journey that your last one essentially. And now you're kind of in this period of just peace, sanctuary, feeling content, and kind of soaking in the wisdom that you earned from this last journey. And now you're about to go on a second one, a very spiritual and emotional quest that almost leaves you unrecognizable. So with the Forget Me Not, in saying like, hey, don't forget me to your past, you're kind of saying like, I'm going to transform and I'm going to be really different after this next journey. And so I don't want, that to be almost like a self-criticism of the past me and my past friends or past situations or past job or whatever. You kind of want to honor that and be like, that was a great time. I was in a great place and I really love and appreciate that. But this is a new me now and I need to make way for that. So I feel like you are going to be a lot more compassionate towards your past self and your old self. And you're also going to hope that kind of the people you love that are around you can still stay and stick by your side even with this transformation. And you also hope that, if they can't, that there will be a kind of mutual peace between the two of you. So even if they don't really get like, they can't get on board with the new you, maybe you are becoming a lot more emotionally and intellectually mature than that your peers or the people around you, and you're kind of almost outgrowing those friendships. You may potentially leave them behind, but that's something you're willing to do for your personal growth. And it's up to them if they don't want to join you on this journey. And it's not like, you know, things end in this really like dissatisfactory kind of way. They end really amicably and peacefully, and maybe you can find each other again on like another journey. But you are embarking on a very spiritual path, a very abundant path that's going to help you grow so much in ways that you couldn't imagine. You're going to become so much more well-rounded, wholesome, and peaceful and grounded, and just really intellectual about the way your approach to life and the way that you look at life. You're going to feel a lot of peace as this new version of yourself. Okay, if you have a question, like a yes or no question, I will basically answer 2 for you. So if you have a question that's like, will I be physically moving? That is a yes or no question. Then I will answer that with these cards here. So I'm going to answer 2 yes or no questions for you. So think of the first question you would like to ask, and I will answer that now. You must be having a laugh. And think of question number 2. By the way, these cards can be a bit savage, so, you know, try not to feel wounded by these. Surely not. Okay. And I would also like to ask, what is the positive outcome of this journey for pile 3? What is the positive outcome? Creativity, imagination, innovation, and vision. So you're going to be becoming a lot more creative on this sort of like new journey. You're going to kind of be able to delve into your imagination a lot more and have these new ideas for new ways to grow and new ways to improve your life, which is super lovely and fulfilling. So yeah, that is your reading pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. And if not, I do hope to see you here next week for another reading on Tea and Tarot. Bye. Okay, welcome pile 4 to your reading. Let's get into your cards. So you have Gratitude with bluebells in reverse. You also have the 7 of Spring, and you have the Sheep and Blackberry with Devotion. Okay, so with the 7 of Spring, that's kind of a clear affirmation that you will be traveling. This is kind of like you have a need for adventure and excitement and you really want to travel right now. And you've got all of this kind of energy bubbling up in you, but you might not have the resources or the means to like get it done and you just want to go. So this card is kind of telling you, like, no matter how big or small this expedition is, take your time to gather your resources, prepare your finances, you know, get a passport, plan what you're going to pack, plan where you're going to go, really like think about it and then go and travel, because that kind of adventurous spirit is not going to go anywhere until you do. So you really kind of have to focus on trying to realize that as a reality. I know, it's easier said than done, but this card is essentially trying to tell you to please invest in and prioritize saving for that, so that traveling becomes a possibility without it harming your current finances or situation. So definitely make sure you're ready to travel before you do, and make sure you get everything in order first. But this is basically a clear sign that you will travel. But you just obviously have to prepare first. But this is a sign that you want to, and you are going to explore so many other opportunities and see so many different cultures and really explore the world. Like, this is like traveling everywhere essentially. With Gratitude in reverse, I feel like you kind of hold a resentment to the fact that you aren't traveling right now, which is, you know, understandable, and you kind of just want to you kind of just want to like go right now, and you kind of feel like the weight of life is pushing you down because you're not traveling at the minute. But this is kind of telling you to essentially don't hold on to that resentment, because this is a clear future for you. This is like literally the same flower. But this is telling you that this is a clear future for you. Travel is in your future, it's on the cards. So try not to be resentful at the minute, and just remember that like this will happen. And then with devotion, this is essentially telling you to devote a lot of your time and effort and energy into preparing for journeys. Like, you're someone who's supposed to travel. Like, this is less about spiritual and emotional and internal travel, and more about literal physical travel. Like, you are supposed to explore the world and see new things, so you kind of have to devote yourself to making that a possibility and a reality. I think maybe you might be lacking a little bit of commitment. You might be kind of in the mindset of, I would like to travel, but then not putting forward any action to make that happen. And so this is telling you you need both. Like, you need the adventurous spirit as well as the effort that goes with trying to make that reality. For some people, they can just book a flight and go, and that's good for them. But for some people, it's not. And this is basically a reminder to not feel upset about that, because it is going to happen. But just try to focus on making it possible for you, and making sure that you do get to do the things that you want to do. Okay, so if you have any yes or no questions, so for example, like, am I going to travel to this place, or will I be traveling in a year, or like whatever, make sure it's a yes or no question. I'm going to answer 2 questions for you, so think of the first question you'd like to ask now. Weather permitting. So this essentially means, like, if the weather says so, then yeah, it will happen. Like, that's essentially what that card means. Okay, and now ask question 2. You have not ever. Okay. And now, just for your reading, because I think you're the only pile who actually had a, like, kind of strong yes on traveling to a physical place. There's so much purple here. I'm going to actually pull some, oh my gosh, what are they called? Kind of tags about what countries you may potentially be traveling to, what places you might go to. And just kind of take what resonates, essentially. So, you have October, so you may be traveling in October. You also have friends, so you might be traveling with friends. You have Lebanon, you might be traveling there. You have Yemen, again, you might be traveling to this place. You may not travel to all these places, these are just potential suggestions. Ooh. Ukraine and Hungary. A drive-through. There might be a lot of places that you eat out at as opposed to home cooking. Cambodia, Belgium. And you also have gem and work, so you're being asked to kind of prepare for this kind of travel and this holiday in these 2 aspects. So basically get your finances in order and make sure that you're a healthy, strong, capable, prepared person to travel travel and carry all these bags, and like be super strong and like be able to do that. Okay, and let's also ask, what is going to be the positive outcome of this reading? Of this journey. What is the positive outcome of this journey? A new start. Yay, rebirth, dreams, creativity. So this is like a great opportunity for you, all of this travel. Okay. And you also have underneath at the bottom energy, dreamer, visionary, goals, romantic. There could be like a romantic outcome of traveling, and that could also just be like a goal of yours that you're kind of like checking off your list. Okay, so that was your reading pile 4. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe as it really helps. And if you felt drawn to any other piles, please feel free to check those out now. If not, I hope to see you here next week on Tea and Tarot for another reading. Yay! Okay, bye.